Charlie Beardsley, Frankie Carbajal, Yasmin Chavez, Brock Dudley, Olivia Fry, Yair Garcia, Denise Guerra, Alexa Hall, Brittany Hernandez Lara, Logan Light, Gonzalo Lopez, Luis Rafael Madera, Maria Mandano, Enrique Mora Gijosa, Layla Mariaca, Selena Mejia, Alexander Melgoza, Sebastian Mora, Caroline Queen, Moses Ramirez, Lily Rockhold, Melanie Ross Hardesty, Nayeli Santos, Kira Shaw, Xavier Taylor, Jackie Tovar Gijosa, Emily Vale, Aurora Valdez, Hope Wheeler. Let's give them a hand, the fourth graders. All right, now we're going to recognize the fifth graders that got all A's in the fourth quarter. And please stay patient on this. This is a long list, which is good. Emily Alanis Moreno, Karina Areola, Dennis Barkley, Jonathan Bautista Leon, Matthew Berry, Xander Brightwell, Madison Campbell, Reagan Campos Hernandez, Emmanuel Carrillo, Julio Chavez Regalado, Jasa Chester, Caleb Compton, Oscar Cordova, Gerardo Cruz Ortiz, Javier Delgado, Taryn Emery. Students, let's please stay quiet. I know you're excited, but let's give our fellow students the respect that they deserve. Caitlin Fitch, Xander Ford, Miguel Garza, Madison Hampton, Amelia Hankins, Maddie Hahn, Eric Hernandez, Ian Hernandez, Dominic Hoskins, Mashaya Eisenberg, Devin Jagger, Caden Jarvis, Addie Keck, Derek King, Lauren Nightingale, Jeremy Lima Mejia, Joanna Lozana Barragan, Guillermo Moreno Navarrete, Iris Martinez, Cameron McBee, Ashton McGill, Xavier McIntosh, Melanie Medina, Azul Mejia, Diego Mejia, we're not even through the M's yet, Jack Michael, Nicholas Mora, Nicholas Morales, Kimberly Moreno, Olivia Navarrete Salazar, Ellie Perez, Aubrey Plass, Lanai Quiles, Dawson Richmond, Marilee Rivera Cervantes, Perla Rodriguez, Joseph Rojas, Alexis Sandoval Alanis, Chris Sandoval, Alexa Santillan, Diana Santos, Michelle Sacadino, Roxana Sheehan, Gage Shire, Jalen Smith, Jersey Spencer, Daniela Suarez, Cesar Tapia Escamilla, Yasmin Valdez, Mateo Valdez Vasquez, Abraham Valdez, Blaine Varner, Brittany Vasquez Batista, and Lizzie Winchester. Let's give our fifth graders a round of applause. All right, guys, go ahead and hit that. Just a quick reminder. All right, we're not done with the all A's yet because we have all A's all year long. These students received all A's all year long, every quarter on the report cards. Please hold your applause till the end. I'm going to do all grade levels together. Samantha Tovar, Joanna Castillo Cruz, Maris Freeman, Xavier Kirk, Sadie Sheets, Samuel Troyer, Chloe Castaneda, Ellie Fortner, Sean Henderson, Xavier Moreno Navarrete, Colin Miller, Lucas Rushton, Jaden Salee, Ever Rodriguez Castro, Jackie Tovar Gijosa, Caroline Queen, Kira Shaw, Lakin Barton, Gonzalo Lopez, Luis Rafael Madera, Emily Vale, Matthew Berry, Emmanuel Carrillo, Javier Delgado, Caitlin Fitch, Derek King, Jack Michael, Nicholas Morales, Diana Santos, Gage Shire, Jalen Smith, Elizabeth Winchester, Gerardo Cruz Ortiz, Emily Moreno, Michelle Sacadino, Dawson Richmond, Marilee Rivera Cervantes, Jersey Spencer, Madison Hampton, Dennis Barkley, Jonathan Bautista Leon, Reagan Campos Hernandez, Daniela Suarez, Mashea Eisenberg, Melanie Ross Hardesty, what's her name? All right, let's give them a round of applause. Thank you. In Miss Math class, students in Miss Math class that got all A's all year long, that list did not get up here to me. So we will make sure that those students get recognized and get their certificates.
I have them right here for to name them. I sent that to the school. Yeah.
These students are Joanna Lozano Barragan, Devin Jagger, Joseph Rojas, Emily Alanis Moreno, Xavier McIntosh, and Aubrey Plass. Let's give them a round of applause too. All right, now we're going to do recognition of our clubs and activities. So whenever I name the activity, please, if you participated in that, please stand. Volleyball. Basketball, boys and girls. Cross country. Student council. Spell Bowl. Science Bowl. Math Bowl. Choir. Photo Club. All right, now I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Dover and Mr. Foster for the EL Improvement Awards.
Hello, everybody. This is for, the first award that we're giving out is for the students that were in Mr. Foster and Mr. Dover's Achieve 3000 PAC groups. And this award is for the students who increased their level of, their Lexile levels, which is the level of reading difficulty, and the students that increased the most. So our first group, our first award would be for Uriel Mora Lopez, who increased by 180 points. The second one is for Mary Maladondo, who increased her score by 180 points as well. Mary. The next one is for Josie Serrano, who increased his growth by 200 points. Our next one is for Anthony Arizmendi Gutierrez, who increased his score by 200 points. Next one is for Alejandra Santillan, who increased her score by 235 points. And my last one is for Chris Sandoval, who increased his growth by 240 points.
And for my students, I have Paula Baez Soto, who increased hers by 330 points. Then I have Natalie Hernandez, who increased her score by 240 points. And Maria Mandujano, who increased her score by 190 points. And then for my fifth graders, I have Adolfo Valdez Mejia, who increased his score by 325 points. I have Julio Chavez Regalado, who increased his by 295 points. And my last fifth grader is Anthony Valdez Sandoval, who increased his score by 255 points. All right, please give these ladies and gentlemen a round of applause for such hard work. All right, the next award that Mr. Dover and myself are going to give out is the WIDA Proficiency Award. The WIDA Proficiency Award is given to those students that have shown mastery of the English language through rigorous work and rigorous testing in speaking, listening, writing, and reading. These students scored a 5.0 or more and have shown proficiency in English. And these students, in no particular order for 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade, are Frankie Carbajal, Salvador Carrillo, Brittany Hernandez Lara, Daniel Martinez Mendoza, Alexander Melgoza, Jasmine Valdez Mejia, Manny Morales, Alexis Sandoval Alanis. And Javier Mariano Navarrete.
All right, Mateo Valdez Vasquez. Jeremy Lima Mejia. Geraldo Cruz Ortiz. Oscar Cordova. Guadalupe Cardenas. Emily Alanis Morano. Miranda Lopez. Gonzalo Lopez. Derek Hernandez. Josie Carino, sorry. Sherilyn Campos Vasquez. Nicholas Angeles. And Francisco Vegas. Congratulations to all of you guys.
Mr. Griffin and Mr. Marshall, if you want to come present for Boys with a Purpose, please.
So we started Boys with a Purpose after a conversation amongst the fifth grade teachers about how to increase citizenship amongst our boys, especially in the community of Frankfurt. And without the hard work of Mr. Marshall and some of the other male staff members, we could not have gotten that done. So let's give them a round of applause. It's been an amazing past 5-10 weeks that we've had this program growing. We've been able to take the boys out to Arnie's and to Backstreet Cafe, along with have a number of the community members come on in and tell or speak with our boys about what it means to be a male and be responsible in the community of Frankfurt. So we are very, very proud of all of our boys. The first boy that we would like to have come up is Seth Sanchez, Adolfo Valdez Mejia, Nicholas Morales, Jeremy Lima Mejia, Anthony Arizmendi, Javier Delgado, Noah Earl, Braden Coy, Braxton Hall, Brady Klauser, Josiah Creasy, Abraham Valdez, Anthony Valdez Sandoval, Andreas Fry, Jack Michael, Andy Sanchez, Dawson Richmond, Cruz Jimenez, Cameron Zhang, Darren Barkley, Stephen Matthews, let's give these boys a round of applause for all of their hard work.
The next two students we're going to recognize, I am presenting their award, but they were actually nominated for this award by Mrs. Null, who is our essential skills teacher. We have some students in our room that can always just use an extra friend and an extra helping hand for them to be able to have the best time that they can at Green Meadows. So we want to give a special shout out to these two students who help students in need every day and just are that really great friend to them. So those students are Lauren Nightingale and Cameron Lowry.
Thanks to Miss Mast and to Mrs. Bird for some quick work over the last 10 minutes. We have our All A's awards for those students that we mentioned previously but did not receive a certificate. Aubrey Plass, Joseph Rojas, Xavier McIntosh, Emily Alanis Moreno, Devin Jagger, Joanna Lozano Barragon. Let's give them a round of applause. Now here's everybody's favorite gym teacher, Mr. Catron.
Good morning. As Mr. Johnson said, I'm Mr. Catron, for those who don't know. As you guys might know, a lot of parents, you guys probably realize that 3 times a year we test for a national and a presidential physical test that you probably hear complaining about at home, or whether they're sore or they have to go to school and run the half mile or the mile. I have the opportunity to be that person that gets to test every single person about 3 times a year. And what we work for is a national and a presidential award that is considered of 5 tests that consist of a shuttle run, a half mile or a mile, push-ups, sit-ups, and, sit and reach. And out of those, you have to accomplish a certain score or a certain time in order for them to reach a certain level of award. Unfortunately, this year we didn't have anybody in the presidential, which makes every student test at the presidential level, but we did have several national awards, which says that out of all 5 tests, that we were able to have all 5 of their tests be in that national range. So these individuals, hold your applause until they all come down here, and we can recognize these students. Yeshua Rojos, Josh Taylor, Noe Lopez Garcia, Lanai Quiles, Maddie Campbell, Callie Goodnight, Caleb Compton, and Mr. Devin Jagger. These are your National Physical Fitness Award members. Something I started a couple years ago was posting our school records to kind of motivate and hopefully have students try to achieve and get on the what I call the record board. And these individuals, I have a record holder for the boys and for the girls, and I will call them down. You can go ahead and give them applause when you hear their names. And then you guys, students, you don't have to stay down here. Go ahead and accept your award, and then you can go back up to your seats. School records in sit-ups for the girls is Mashea Eisenberg with 59. And for the boys, sit-ups 58 by Cameron McBee. Good job. Our school record in sit and reach, which normally is one of our harder ones, which you wouldn't think, but with flexibility, sometimes doing a stretch or two can affect and sometimes knock them out of the national presidential. But these 2 individuals, actually 4 individuals, we had several ties with the girls. Our girls sit and reach tied at 39 is Hamina Angeles and Brittany Vasquez Bautista. And for our gentlemen, Diego Mejia and Dominic Hoskins with 34. Good job, Brittany. I hope I didn't do the right one. With our push-ups, which is also a very difficult one, our school records for the girls is 35 by Lanai Quiles. Our school record in push-ups for the boys by Devin Jagger, 51. Our shuttle run, which is a sprinting exercise that we time with a stopwatch. Our girls' fastest shuttle run, 9.9, was Mashea Eisenberg. Our school record in the shuttle run for the boys with an 8.9, Charlie Beardsley. With our half mile, which is our 3rd and 4th grade. Unfortunately, we run our half mile in this gym, which can sometimes be very boring for a runner who has to run 11 or 22 laps around the basketball court. But these individuals, and along with everybody else, they suck it up and they do an excellent job. With the half mile with 3 minutes and 52 seconds, Chloe Castanado. Our boys' half-mile school record at 3:16, Charlie Beardsley. Good job, guys. And the last record is our school record for the 1 mile, which is 22 laps in this gym. Most of them, good thing, run cross country for Mr. Miller, which is great. Caleb Compton with our school record of the 1 mile, 7:41. Our school record for the girls in the 1 mile at 8:06 is Alyssa Watke. Thank you very much.
Next up is Mr. Ramos with the Art Award.
Good morning. I'm here to present the most outstanding art students of the year. I have chose 2 this year. One who stood out in photo club. I would always find this girl really into what she did, kind of set herself away from the pack, really worked well on her own, was a very creative person. And also, I'm also giving an award for a student who was the most improved over the last couple of years, and this year he really stood out. These awards go to Kai Marie Bishop for photo and Adolfo Fadez Mejia for the art student.
Next is Mr. Troyer for the Music Award.
I have 2 music awards to give out this year. There's so many students that really always gave their best effort during the whole year. And of course, this is my first year being at Green Meadows, and it's been really enjoyable to get to know these students and to make music with them. However, I can only choose 2 of them to show that a couple of students that have really exemplified their best effort and their commitment to music and to doing these things. One of them is Jasa Chester, and the other is Dennis Barkley. Thank you.
On his way up here is Mr. Miller for the Media Award.
Good morning. This is the first year I've given out a media award in quite a while. The student I'm giving this award to this year has exemplified what it means to be a student who always wants to learn. She asks for extra things to do in class. She has not once complained about having to do a Google Classroom assignment or having to type in my classroom. She has typed at home probably for 6 months to increase her ability in class, and is the person that is leaps and bounds above everyone else in their levels on our Type to Learn program that we use in my class. She's also just a good student overall, has a good heart, is pleasant to everyone. The media award for this year goes to Kimberly Moreno. Congratulations, Kimberly. She works so hard on her technology, she's going to get a Fire tablet with a keyboard.
Next, I'd like to welcome Miss Pollock to the podium for the Good Samaritan Award.
Hello. So when I'm selecting the student for this award, I'm thinking about who, to me, defines what it means to be a Green Meadows Wolf, who is a good friend to others, who is polite to adults, who makes this school a nice place to be. So the young lady I have chosen is a really sweet person. She's always there for her friends. She's always wonderful with adults. She's the kind of kid that will just stop and ask how your day's going and really want to know the answer. So Olivia Navarrete Salazar, please come down.
All right, next up is the Wolfpack Award. These are students that show what it means to be a Green Meadows Wolf on a daily basis. Each teacher has selected 4 students from their class to get this award. So we'll get started, and we'll start with 3rd grade. We'll go grade by grade. So after 3rd grade, wait till all the teachers' students have been announced, and then we will do a round of applause. From Mrs. Den's class, Madison Shoemaker, Morgan Berry, Cameron Cook, Brianna Flores. You guys stay up here, okay? From Mrs. Dossie's class, Tyler Barkley, Valen Chester, Nevaeh Platt, Edwin Reyes Gijosa. From Miss Kinsey's class, Carol Lopez Valencia, Samantha Tovar, Jimena Chavez Regalado, and Fernando Campos. For Miss Toth, Maria Lopez Lopez, Elena Milan, Francisco Vega, Uriel Alanis. For Mrs. Wechter's class, Maris Freeman, Giselle Ramirez Serrato, Emily Smith, Madison Alvarez. For Miss Widener, Ellie Fortner, Chloe Castaneda, Lucas Rushton, Xavier Mariano Navarrete. All right, let's give our 3rd grade Wolfpack a round of applause. Now we're going to move on to fourth grade. For Miss Hobbs' class, Jackie Tovar Gijosa, Miranda Lopez, Salvador Carrillo, Selena Mejia. For Mrs. Knakel's class, Chloe Kingma, Yasmin Chavez, Hank Smith, Brittany Hernandez Lara. For Mrs. Meeks, Brock Dudley, Caroline Queen, Jacqueline Castro Hernandez, and Kevin Lopez Sandoval. For Mrs. Pritchett, Kiera Shaw, Irene Martinez Cisneros, Jesus Carino, and Jonathan Vasquez Valdez. For Mrs. Seibert, Olivia Fry, Lakin Barton, Mary Maldonado, and Alex Galvin. Miss Wigington, Jeffrey Tovar, Cameron Lowry, Aurora Valdez, Luis Rafael Madera. Let's give them a round of applause. So, Golden Wolf. All right. For fifth grade, we have 6 from each class that are nominated for Wolfpack. And then the last 2 that I announced from each class, whenever we dismiss everybody from up front, I would like for those last 2 from each class to stay because those students are our Golden Wolf nominees from each class. So students, listen carefully. Miss Best, Diana Santos, Caitlin Fitch, Derek King, Javier Delgado, Emmanuel Carrillo, Eric Hernandez. Miss Corey's class, Kimberly Moreno, Xander Brightwell, Karina Areola, Oscar Cordova, Gerardo Cruz Ortiz, Michelle Sucadino. For Mr. Griffin's class, Jersey Spencer, Lanai Quiles, Mateo Valdez Vasquez, Brittany Vasquez Bautista, Dawson Richmond, Marilee Rivera Cervantes. Mr. Marshall's class, Brady Klauser, Abraham Valdez, Addie Keck, Sarai Vasquez Ramos, Maribel Bello, Madison Hampton. For Mrs. Mass' class, Joanna Lozano Barragan, Emily Moreno, Aubrey Plass, Jonathan Angelis, Olivia Navarrete Salazar, Alexa Centillion. Miss Wooten's class, Taryn Emery, Daniela Suarez, Reagan Campos Hernandez, Jonathan Bautista Leon, Miley Hutton. All right, let's give them a round of applause. Those of you that Ms. Pollock said to stay back, just stay up here. The rest of you can go take a seat, please. Fifth grade teachers, if you want to make your way down. All right, I need your attention up here, please. Eyes and ears on me. So the students we have standing before you right now are students that didn't only demonstrate what it means to be Green Meadows Wolves on a daily basis, but they went above and beyond. They give 100% every day and just go above and beyond our expectations. And their classroom teacher nominated them for the Golden Wolf. We have one boy and one girl that receives the Golden Wolf each year. And this year, for the first time, usually I read the nominations. However, I think it's appropriate, and the teachers think that it would be nice for them to read their own students' nominations. So I'm going to bring up Mr. Marshall to start.
It's a little short. All right. I've had the pleasure of teaching this student this year, Madison Hampton. I have had her brother, and pleased to have Madison again this year. There's not another student in the school that exemplifies all of the qualities of Golden Wolf like Madison Hampton. Madison is always striving to better herself through self-reflection and questioning. She pushes herself to do her best in every aspect of her schooling that she can. Madison is the ultimate friend. She's willing to help absolutely anyone that needs assistance, and many times puts them before herself. Madison's caring nature, honest personality, and downright infectious smile makes her the perfect candidate for Golden Wolf. And the second student is Maribel Bello. Maribel is an extraordinary person that is always doing the right thing. She has a growth mindset in her daily work. She strives to always do her best and excel at her academics. She is very responsible and holds herself accountable. Maribel is a very empathetic person that is willing to help others without any thought. She displays a manner of excellence in her schoolwork and her personal relationships. Maribel displays nobility by always thinking of others, their feelings, and what she can do to help. Maribel is a well-rounded person.
All right, Mr. Griffin, Dawson, and Merrily, if you want to come this way.
I've had the pleasure of teaching Morelli and Dawson for the last year, and between them, they are amazing individuals and excellent students. Dawson Richmond is a model student who is one of the kindest and smartest fifth graders that I know. Dawson is an exemplary reader who enjoys books about World War II and Star Wars. He is always ready to lend a helping hand as a peer tutor or to correct his teacher when Mr. Griffin gets his math problems wrong. Dawson is loved by his classmates and is a student who will eventually change this world. Morelli is a quiet artist. Her art is absolutely amazing. She is a positive influence on all of those around her. Her work is impeccably neat and written with thought. She is a model student who is helpful in and out of the classroom. Morelli is a student that every teacher wants to have in their class and will remember throughout a career. Morelli will be the rock star in middle school and will continue to make a positive impact on all of those around her for the rest of her life. Give them a round of applause.
Next up is Miss Corey, Gerardo, and Michelle. Please come this way.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Miss Corey, for those of you who do not know me. These two students I've had the pleasure of teaching. I came in right at the start after Christmas break, and they made me feel so welcome and helped me with anything and everything I needed. Junior, Gerardo, displays Green Meadows pride all day, every day. He is always doing his absolute best. That could be with anything from trying his best on his work, helping a friend or peer, or consistently doing the right thing. I can count on him to lead my class with anything and everything. I know that no matter what comes his way, he will handle it with a positive attitude and give it his all. Junior treats anyone he encounters with the same level of respect and always has a welcoming smile on his face. I cannot say enough great things about this student. Michelle is so mature and excelled for her age. She is always asking to be challenged. She is always correcting my spelling. She approaches every aspect of her day with a positive attitude. No matter what, I can count on Michelle to help everyone around her without any hesitation. She loves to read and is always focused on what is going to make her better. Michelle always does the right thing and is a wonderful example to those around her. This student displays exactly what it means to be a Green Meadows Wolf.
All right, just a heads up, teachers, just so you know, I know some of you may be looking at your watch and saying, hey, we're getting close to lunchtime. We're going to, once we leave here, third grade will still go directly to lunch, and everything will be pushed back. Lunches will be pushed back by that many minutes, however, whatever time we get out of here. It shouldn't be too much after 11, but just so you know. Next up, Miss Best. Emmanuel and Eric.
Alrighty, I'm new here as well. I'm Miss Best. I think Eric and Emmanuel are probably as nervous as I am right now, but we're going to get through this. I'm going to start with Emmanuel. Emmanuel is a studious, caring, polite, and humble student who leads by example. He doesn't ever follow the crowd, and he stays strong and true to his morals and expectations. He uses his academic talents to help others in our class by patiently working through problems with them. He demonstrates a growth mindset and perseverance in every task he is given, and he loves to be challenged and learn new things. He is someone that I can always count on for doing the right thing. Emmanuel will be very successful in his future because of his character, strong work ethic, and ability to lead in a positive and polite manner. Congratulations, Emmanuel. Next is Eric. Eric is a very quiet, polite, sensitive, and caring student who always looks to put others first. You will see him every single day be the last person in from recess because he was chasing down every single ball and returning him to the right teacher in classroom. He will often be the last to the bus as he stands to hold the door for everyone in our class to go. Eric is always the first one to step up if anyone in our class needs a favor. He gives 100% in everything he does and demonstrates true perseverance and integrity in every part of his day. He works extremely hard in his school. Eric is such an awesome kid and always makes me laugh or smile when I see him. Congratulations, Eric.
Next we have Mrs. Wooten with Miley and Jonathan.
Okie doke. So this year, I've been so blessed to teach Miley and Jonathan. We've had them in our classroom all year, and there hasn't been a day that I have not been proud of them. So I will talk about Miley, and Mrs. O'Brien will talk to us about Johnny. Miley has always been a positive role model for her peers. Her smile and creativity brightens up a room every day. A golden wolf certainly does not mean that you do not struggle. It means having perseverance. Every day, Miley tries her best and will not stop until she has done her 100%. She's a hard worker in everything she does, and she doesn't give up any time at all. She is extremely creative and is always the one that will make me smile at the end of the day. Miley.
Johnny is a compassionate student who is always ready to help others. He is brilliant, but always humble. He uses his talents to help others without needing to be told or asked. Johnny shows great sportsmanship on the field and in the classroom. Johnny is clever and creative. He has an awesome positive attitude through struggles and successes. He does his personal best every day. He embodies what it means to be a Green Meadow Wolf and 100% green.
All right, our last fifth grade teacher, but definitely the brightest dress teacher today, Mrs. Mass.
Okay, Olivia, I'll go with you first. You want to stand over here? I nominate Olivia for Golden Wolf because she sets high goals for herself and has a great outlook on life. She knows she wants to go to Hanover College like her sister and will work hard to make that happen. She is kind, my screen went black. She is kind and caring to others and helps her friends when they feel down. She is very family-oriented and appreciates all that they do. They have raised a very loving, kind, intelligent daughter. Every day she brings a smile to my face and makes me proud to be her teacher. Up next is Alexa Santillon. I nominate her for Golden Wolf. Alexa is a quiet leader who leads by example and has honorable character all the time. She works hard in class and is 100% dependable. She also has a great sense of humor. I can just give her a look during different situations in the classroom, and she always smiles at me and knows just what I'm thinking. She is kind to everyone and is just an amazing person.
All right, this year's Golden Wolf Awards go to Madison Hampton and Eric Hernandez. Let's give them all one big round of applause. All right, now we're going to move on to our ticket drawings. Throughout the year, students earn green tickets for showing what it means to be a Green Meadows Wolf, and their names get put into a drawing. And every week we draw out some tickets, but the tickets that are left at the end, we draw out for these prizes. So we'll do a couple. We have some board games first, so we'll draw a name for a board game. I'm feeling it today. Maisie Turley from Miss Hobbs' class. Is this another board game? Or what's this one? Another board game goes to Walter Zarate from Mrs. Seibert. Another board game to Taryn Emery from Miss Wooten. All right, the next two tickets will get a t-shirt, a coffee mug, and a window cling. The first one goes to Signorina Angelis, and that was written by Mrs. Wright. And the second one will go to Jasmine Valdez Mejia from Mrs. Seibert. Next prize is a basket of outdoor games. And that goes to Anjanelli Mora, written by Mrs. Moore. This next one gets a whole basket of board games, and that goes to Ethan Lopez, written by Mrs. Hicks. The next one is an MP3 player, and that goes to Graham Teyama. That was written by Mrs. Pollock. And the last one is a instant camera, which my daughters absolutely love. So I'm sure you will too. Johnny Bautista, Miss Wooten. All right, next we are going to show the 2018-19 slideshow. Hold on. Students, I need your eyes and ears up here on me real quick. After the slideshow, I will speak with the students for a couple minutes. Parents, you're more than welcome to stay for that. We prefer that you stay for that, and then we will dismiss after that. That will be posted on our Green Meadows website, so you'll be able to get to it that way. Okay, we're going to dismiss here in a few minutes, but parents and guests, I ask that you stay seated once we let us dismiss the students first, and stay seated, and then once the students are out, you guys can exit. But we want to make sure that we're getting our students to lunch and to where they need to be first. And obviously you can take some pictures if you'd like. All right, students. Also, you do not have to